ayahuasca comes in number one. Someone try to stop me.
You can't go and put your team top 3 every fucking time you win a game.
Number one, your number one power ranked motherfucking team, and this motherfucking day is Gary the Chemist. We fucking coming. We coming. Cooper motherfucking Cup, baby. He's back.
What the hawk is cooking?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to y'all. We got some good football going on today. The Lions taking on the Vikings. The Packers taking on the Texans. It's going to be a good day. We got plenty of fantasy matchups that need to go ahead and, sort itself out. A big week, really in the thick of things. People got to turn things around. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to the people of London, to the entire, continent of Europe, really, that we had to send over the Jaguars and the fucking Patriots over there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But that said, I'm Gary the Chemist, your commissioner, the greatest around, manager of the ayahuasca chemist, number one in our power rankings. With that said, let's just go ahead and break down the matchups this week.
Week previews.
There you go. Number one at the top. Your boy taking on the mighty Wombats, Mr. Mike Hoffman. Okay. Bye week taking on Tribe Called Questionable. F the Median, fresh off a trade, taking on the Great Gatsby. RageQuitSeason taking on Dirty Burt. The CincyLights taking on the KneecapCollector, John Anderson. Team GoPackGo, Mr. No Pack No, taking on CopOffMyHock, the other side of that trade. Maybe we'll discuss it real quick. It's a very one-for-one simple trade, but you know what? I think it might have worked for both sides here. Let's just go. Let's just get on with it. Alrighty. Start the timer. So, your boy, the ayahuasca chemist, taking on the mighty Wombats. Let's talk a little bit about the mighty Wombats. What's Jordan Addison? I think Jordan Addison might have a good game. I feel like the Lions, they're going to try to do, they play a lot of man, but they shade the coverage. They'll try to contain Justin Jefferson as much as they can. In the past, they've done okay at times and terrible at other times. So we'll see. But Jordan Addison, quick boy, I think he can make some work. He is starting Devontae Adams this weekend. I mean, fresh on the team, probably going to have a limited amount of snaps. Who knows how many touches he's going to get. So we got to see how that ends up working out. Austin Eckler in a good spot against Carolina should produce. Kelsey looks like he's starting to get his rhythm going. And he's starting Rashad Bateman. Questionable decision over Brandon Ayuk. And then on my side of things, a couple of guys who could really produce. Okay, the Minnesota defense has been pretty good this year. David Montgomery going up against him. But the Mr. Kyren Williams smash spot up against the Raiders. Smash. Absolute smash spot. Honestly, would not be surprised if he finishes as the number one running back of the week. AJ Brown taking on the Giants. He tends to feast on them. Wan'Dale Robinson, the Giants are going to have to throw, who knows? They've not been as good. Brian Thomas Jr. taking on the Patriots. We got to see who Christian Gonzalez ends up shadowing. Okay. Does he end up covering Brian Thomas Jr. to take away that deep threat, or does he take on one of these like more powerful runner like Christian Kirk or something? And then Deontay Johnson, smash spot against Washington. Expecting some good games out of there. But as you guys know, I'm a 14-point favorite. Big favorite heading into this. Big favorite. I'm putting myself in as a dub. There we go. As the favorite. Give me the win. Okay, let's get to the next one. There we go. Mr. Bye Week taking on the Tribe Called Questionable, the back-to-back champion, Mr. Trevor. Let's get started. So, Mr. Trevor, 10-point favorite in this, has a couple of guys in smash spots. Okay, Jaden Daniels going up against the Carolina Panthers, who can't stop anybody. Okay, Justin Jefferson, again, kind of a, which way is this going to go? Okay, because it could go in the way of Just an absolute monster performance of Justin Jefferson. But on the other side of things, he's got Kenneth Walker, who popped up on the injury report. He may not play. James Cook going up against a tough Tennessee rush defense. So we got to see what's going on there. Now his bench, a couple of backups that really haven't done, they're kind of in a, Bucky Irvin today in a worse spot than he was like 2-3 weeks ago. On the other side of things, missed their bye week. J.K. Dobbins continues to feast on those touches. I imagine he'll continue to do that. I feel bad for Tracy and Singletary because I think both of them could do really well on their own. But because now they have to share the backfield, it's going to make things kind of tough. Mike Evans popped up on the injury report, hamstring. Who knows if he gets limited snaps heading into Monday. And then the question is, Jair Alexander, does he try to take away the deep threat of Tank Dell? And then they just try to do a lot of underneath coverage to take away, Diggs. Who knows? We got to see. But with that said, Mr. Tribe Called Questionable. 10-point favorite. Give it to me. Okay? Just absolutely give it to me. There we go. Again, a favorite once again. That's what we're going to take. Tribe Called Questionable -10. Oh, I forgot to actually discuss up there. So we went 3-3 last week. So we went from 8-10 to 11-13. We'll take it. We got a couple of things right, couple of things wrong. I'll touch on them right now, actually. Gary, win. Bye week, -8. Lock of the week, broke the curse. And then F the median, -14. He had a big win as well. On the other side, my losses, Gideon, +10. That didn't hit. GoPackGo, he got the dub, but did not cover. He was 10-point favorites. And the KneecapCollector, 16-point favorites, took the L and did not cover. Poor performance. Let's get to the next one. F the median, formerly known as Slide Red, taking on the Great Gatsby. Where's my little button here? Because I can't mention the Great Gatsby without mentioning the fact that oh, there it is. There you go. Okay, so the Great Gatsby. F the median. F the median is 10-point favorites heading into today. He's got Baker Mayfield going up against that Baltimore defense. This is not your residency Baltimore defense. Okay. Well, some of you guys are still in residency. That pass defense has been suspect all year. Breece Hall, tough matchup against Pittsburgh. And then we got Debo Monday night against KC. Big game. Questionable if it's going to be a big production. He's starting Josh Downs, but as we all know, Anthony Richardson's going to play. And then Jaden Reed. There you go. Jaden Reed. A nice, he's been a really good piece there. He's going up against Houston. And Terry McLaurin, we'll talk about the trade in just a moment, actually, at the very end of this. But for the Great Gatsby, Derrick Henry going up against that Tampa defense who has not stopped the run very well. I'm actually expecting a smash spot from Derrick Henry here. Ramondre Stevenson taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are just terrible across the board. And then, it's tough. It's tough to win a game when you get an absolute goose egg out of a man on Thursday night. So very disappointing performances right there. Bowers, now that Adams is gone. I mean, Adams hasn't been playing the last couple of weeks, but Bowers is playing well. And then JSN and Cooper. Cooper's going to get some limited snaps here, more so than Devontae Adams, because this is a completely new offense. He hasn't played under a Kyle Shanahan offense yet, so it's really going to take some time and getting used to. But let's talk a little bit about the trade. All right, so we had Terry McLaurin go for Aaron Jones. Okay, Terry McLaurin, when you look at it, I would say that Terry McLaurin is the better player. Aaron Jones obviously comes with that injury risk. But throughout the season, Aaron Jones has been getting high-yield touches. I see they really try to get him the ball in the red zone. They put him out wide. He's been really running a lot of routes, catching balls. So I think for the team that CopOffMyHock has put together, it's actually, I think it actually works out for both sides. F the media gets the better player, and then CopOffMyHock gets the perfect complementary piece to his team. A win-win. Okay, there you go. Next, let's get to the next one. Let's just get to the next one. Oh, I forgot to put it there. There you go. Missed the favorite. All right, give me the favorite. F the median -10. Next. All right. RageQuitSeason. Going up against the Dirty Burt. Okay. First, let's talk a little bit about what, Dirty Burt's got going on here. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown against this Minnesota defense. It's all going to come down to, can the line stop the blitz? Last year, Jared Goff, actually historically, Jared Goff has been absolutely exceptional at working against the blitz. And so that's why he was able to be one of the few teams that could really take advantage of the Minnesota Vikings down the stretch last year. This year, are we going to see the same thing? It's going to be a chess game between Ben Johnson and Brian Flores. I'm very excited to watch. But I actually think Lions will come out on top. Now, Cooper Kupp, there was some talk that he was going to play this week. It's looking like he might not. Okay. And then Achan, that entire backfield is healthy, and they're still playing terribly without Tua. So it's going to hurt him. Jordan Mason, is he going to play? Pickens, how is he going to do with Russell Wilson? Questionable right there. And then on the other side, Mr. RageQuitSeason, Mr. Gideon, Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears is out. I'm expecting a big game actually out of Pollard. The Buffalo defense looked a little suspect last week going up against that rushing attack from the Jets. So I think that's where they might end up getting exposed. Stephon Diggs underneath against Green Bay. Green Bay has been giving up points to receivers, despite their coverage being actually pretty good. So I'm excited to see how that ends up playing out. He finally started Evan Ingram. So he's back. He's going to be playing this morning. And then he went with Dearness Johnson, knowing that he was going to be the backup to Mr. Tank Bigsby. Okay. That said, we have Rage Quit Season, 5-point favorite. Give me Rage Quit Season, another favorite. I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm just liking what I'm seeing out of the favorites this week. Okay, let's get to the next one. This is a matchup I've had my eyes on all week. The KneecapCollector taking on the CincyLights, formerly both of which were top 3 in my initial power rankings. Okay, on the KneecapCollector side, let's talk a little bit about Kareem Hunt. Yes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is coming back. This is not your, again, another quote here, not your residency's San Francisco defense, okay? They have actually not played very well, pretty poor this season, especially against the run. So Kareem Hunt might be in for a good game. I don't think that they're going to be able to integrate Clyde Edwards-Helaire totally back right now. But, I forget the reason he was out. I think it was like personal reasons. Either way, I actually think he might have a good game here, okay? And then also Devontae Smith. The Giants have a really good defensive line. I think that the Eagles are going to have to throw the ball. I think they'll win. And so expecting a good game out of them. And then JMO, with the Minnesota defense playing a lot of blitz, if it gets properly picked up, that means someone's going to be open, someone's going to have space, and that's going to be Jameson Williams, to be honest. I'm expecting at least a big catch out of him this week. I love me some JMO. And then the other side, Cincinnati Lights. Here we go. We got Kyler Murray. Okay, I love Kyler. But let's jump right down to Chase Brown going up against that Cleveland defense. Has not been playing well, that defense. And Chase Brown, like I said in the power ranking videos, slowly started taking more and more of those touches. Neighbors back this week. Higgins is healthy. Dalton Kincaid against that Tennessee defense, which are very good against the run. I'm expecting Kincaid to get a little more involved here. And then Tank Bigsby, a guy, I like Tank a lot. I think Tank is actually a much better, pure running back, running the football than ETN. I think he could actually produce this week, especially if Jacksonville wants to, this is a must-win game for them. They got to establish the run, and they got to play that out. So I'm expecting a good game out of him. Darnell Mooney going up against the Seattle defense. Seattle, I believe, is down 2 corners. So because of that, I'm actually going to go with the Cincinnati Lights. Okay, there's my first dog of the week that I took. Number 4, or +4. Okay, and not only that, it's the lock of the week, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. You were wondering who I was going to take. Give me the Cincinnati Lights +4. The curse is over. Mr. Bye Week ended up finishing it out for me. So thank you very much, Mr. Bye Week. But +4, Cincinnati Lights. Let's get to the last one. Like I said earlier, CopOffMyHock. A trade that I think is going to work out for him. Maybe not this week. You're going up against the Detroit Lions defense, a really good rushing defense. Although Aaron Jones, makes his bread and butter out of the backfield, coming off an injury. I feel like historically, when he's been hurt, he just doesn't get used. So, but that was with the Packers. Who knows? I actually don't expect much out of him today. But Brian Robinson in an absolute smash spot. Oh, man, Brian Robinson. There you go. Going up against Carolina. Expecting a big win. Big win for the Washington Redskins. The only issue is Brian Robinson's coming off an injury. Is he going to get all the touch he was looking for? Now, I think the key for CopOffMyHock today is what is going to happen when Anthony Richardson gets back in the lineup here. He's starting both Richardson and Michael Pittman. Historically, this year, Richardson, Pittman, no connection, hasn't had a lot of production. If that works, that is the X factor of today. If Richardson plays well against that Miami defense, CopOffMyHock's going to run away with this. Mr. GoPackGo, he is starting Saquon Barkley. Revenge game. Barkley's going to go absolutely off. I expect the Lions, with going up against Brian Flores' defense and that aggressive pressure that they try to put on, probably expect a lot of quick game stuff. Expect a good game out of somebody like Jahmyr Gibbs. I think it'll work well. I think the Lions will, continue to do what they do. It'll work out nicely for them. Zay Flowers in a good spot as well, going up against that Tampa Bay cornerbacks who haven't played as well. He's starting Zach Moss. You guys know how I feel about Zach Moss. Although it's a very good spot up against that Cleveland defense, I expect Chase Brown starting to get more and more of those touches. You know how I feel about Xavier Worthy. I don't feel about Xavier Worthy. That said, CopOffMyHock. 10-point favorites heading into this week. Give me CopOffMyHock. Okay, give me CopOffMyHock. I'm expecting a nice, good win out of him. Okay, let's get to the recap here.
Week reviews.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. On the right side of your screen, we go ahead and get Gary the Chemist. Big favorite, 14-point favorite. Might be the biggest one of the week. Give it to me. Easy. Skullfuck watch already, if you ask me. We gonna make it work. The Tribe Called Questionable. 10-point favorites. Give it to me. F the Median. 10-point favorites. Give it to me. RageQuitSeason. 5-point favorites. Give it to me. The KneecapCollector going up against the CincyLights. My lock of the week, the CincyLights +4. So there's my dog. But then CopOffMyHock, 10-point favorites. Give me CopOffMyHock. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Enjoy all of the great football games. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to go fuck yourselves. Take care. Bye-bye.